Good evening. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name's Justo Enrique. I'm the Justo de Talking de Famous City People Plays. And here to the people. This live stream is titled When Women Are Sad. Because I currently am suffering from sad wife syndrome. She's coping with some challenging emotions linked to, wow, hit leaders this month in the AL. Two A's in the top five. Amazing. Um, she was, I guess, really looking forward to this trip we had planned. This concert we were gonna go to. We were gonna go to it tonight, and it was for LCD Sound System. They're putting on a short tour right now. We were planning on going. Then the car broke down. We've got a problem with the clutch, and we thought we were gonna have it fixed in time, and then we weren't able to. So that was disappointing. Rachel's really feeling a lot of sadness right now. I expect we'll get rather low turnout at this particular live stream because I think it was like my third or fourth for the day, so probably don't send out a lot of notifications. But I also think it is thundering outside. There's a cat I've never seen before. Oh, it's hanging out with Complain. It is very cloudy outside. I suspect we are hearing some thunder is what we're picking up on here. Hear that? Yeah, I think that's thunder. Certainly sounds like thunder to me. We get a lot of sounds of the forest here. It's challenging for both me and Rachel being very distant from our subjectivities. It can make it hard to know what's really important to us, what we want. I think it kind of hit Rachel hard today that we weren't going to go see LCD Sound System after all. That we'd had to cancel that trip. So she's feeling pretty blue right now. And of course, the thing about that is, as a man, I expect my wife generally to either be happy or be unhappy in a way that I can fix. In this instance, I'd say in part she's unhappy because she didn't understand how important this was to her. If she had voiced me that it's very important for me to make this thing happen, instead of being the voice of pragmatism saying, no, let's cancel it, then I probably would have made it happen, But neither of us is very good with knowing what's really important to us. So Rachel's really feeling blue about not going to that concert. All right, let's go back inside. Well, Houston takes a 1-0 lead. That's unfortunate. Let me bring up the live stream in another tab here and bring up the chat. So Rachel's listening to music in her room like now. Did I try turning the car off and then on again? Yeah, actually, I did try that. Well, we had a trip scheduled to go to Oregon. We're supposed to be in Oregon today to go see LCD Sound System play in Bend, Oregon. However, the clutch started going on in my car, right? So we scheduled about a week ago or something to get the car fixed. I thought I had it all set up and everything. We went down to Course Gold. We spent 2 nights or one night maybe in a hotel down there in order to get the car fixed, only to have them tell me, sorry, actually we can't start working on it for at least 2 weeks. At that point, I floated some possible ways to solve this problem and still go on the trip, but it was gonna probably cost a lot. I was gonna have to drive to someplace near where they had a mini dealership, get a hotel there, probably pay for it, just spent money going in this false alarm, etc. Rachel was, as much as I, the one suggesting let's just cancel the trip. But I think that the problem there is, neither of us are very good on knowing what's important to us, right? And Rachel was trying to be a team player, make the good, smart decision, which I think we did make the good, smart decision. But now she's feeling the sadness of not having that thing to do. Yeah, well, I mean, we thought about all these possibilities, Casey Jones. I floated various possibilities and suggested this or that or the other thing, And all the other possible solutions were just super expensive. Is she mad at me? I don't think she's exactly mad at me, but I think she kind of wants to be mad at me. But she knows that I'm not really to blame for this at all. As it is, we had to eat most of the costs from this trip. The only refund we could get was for the cheapest hotel room we had for one night. But we did save the money that would have cost us to be, for gas and meals and assorteds. You know, we were fully planning on going. Even when I determined the clutch needed to be replaced before we went, I still fully anticipated we were going to go. I managed to come up with a way to get the car fixed, go down to this casino down there. I called ahead of time. I did everything right. It just didn't work out. We were going to go see LCD Sound System. So, hey, Doctor Who, what, where? Well, Rachel's sad. And, I'm not a big believer in the expression happy wife, happy life. But I will tell you this, unhappy wife, unhappy life. You know? Sounds like she's dancing up there. Women are sad because they don't know their place, Eric. C.S. Joseph told me this, and other experts on women. Well, that's not why Rachel's sad. Rachel's sad because we're not going to the LCD Sound System concert tonight. And I think she didn't really realize how important it was to her until today when it hit her that this would be the day that we would have been going to it, and now we're not. You know, it's frustrating to me. Yeah, she's just sad. She's not unhappy, she's sad. Okay. Hi, Tyler. How's it going? And there's a difference between a woman who's unhappy and a woman who's sad. Rachel is sad. She's disappointed and sad, you know, that we're not going to that concert. I have been I've been pampering her since she got up, rolling her joints, making what she wanted to eat, um, trying to encourage things. Well, Rachel likes them a lot. They're one of her favorite bands. So, but you know, she mentioned a few other things that she was feeling sad about. I think she's just feeling like nothing's going the way she wants it to at the moment. She's upset about the people moving across the street. She's like, I know some people say they're not going to actually build there, but they're wrong. They are going to build there. She's just being like kind of, you know, unusually negative. It's just, it's just a, she doesn't care about cooking influence. I do the cooking around here. It's just one of those things where you've got kind of a perfect storm of a bunch of different things hitting in concurrence, and she's just feeling sad, you know. So I'm not gay, no. Natural Beauty 651. I'm trying to deal with the fact that my wife, my female wife, has said, "Whoa, what's going on there?" Spike Lee, sit down. Spike Lee, sit down. I don't like Spike Lee. Spike Lee, Schmike Lee. That's what I have to say about Spike Lee. Well, this is the biggest problem, everybody, is that there are plenty of times. No, Casey Jones, I'm not 6'7", I'm 6'5", okay? And no, I don't have yeah. All right, so just zip it. Hi, JoJo. No, I didn't see the Tom Brady roast. See, the trouble is, I'm um. So what I'm trying to get at is this: when your wife is sad, but there's no way to fix it, you know, it's like I might be able to fix it by like scheduling some other thing, you know. No, we're not on shrooms or anything tonight. We're just dealing with Sometimes rodeo can make you better. Yes, Reggie's sad tonight because we had to cancel a trip due to car problems that we had planned to go to Oregon, And tonight was the night that we were going to see LCD Sound System in concert. And for maybe a lot of other reasons, I don't know them all. She's feeling sad. Of course, there's no solution for me. I could try to throw something together like, well, Rachel, money be damned. We're going to see LCD Sound System on Thursday, and yeah. But I'm not going to do that. My wife's fantasy is to be with another man. Mine is to have two girls at the same time. She must have misunderstood because now we have twin daughters from the mailman. Sounds like a horrible marriage. Rachel, much to my delight and amusement, is listening to like uh, distorted guitar rock in her room like an angsty teen. you know, I would have called that on Brunson probably, but whatever. Call it on whomever. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna play money be damned. There is a reality that anytime either Rachel or I is feeling pouty, we're being very spoiled. Oh, you thought it was a foul on Brunson too? Yeah, I thought that was a foul. Oh, they did call it on Brunson. Originally, they called it on the Pacers. I'm not hearing the sound of the game, I'm just watching it. So that was definitely on Brunson. Why not walk to the concert? Well, because it's all the way in Oregon. So, yeah, I know. Anytime either Rachel or I is being pouty about whatever, we're being spoiled. We're having extremely first world problems. But at the same time, I respect the fact that we all have different emotional states, and that emotional states are not necessarily rational, right? It's like Rachel doesn't need to justify being sad. Oh, that's some serious thunder. If she feels sad because we didn't end up being able to go to this concert, then she should feel that way. I think she's maybe like, no, I don't think it's a hormone imbalance. Rachel rarely has these time periods of feeling sad. Yeah, she'll get over it, as we all do. I have my down moods too. The difference between me and Rachel is when I'm in a bad mood, I understand it as purely an SI thing. I'm in a bad mood because I haven't gotten enough sleep, because I, you know, I'm hungry or whatever. When Rachel is in a mood, it's because, you know, something hasn't gone how she wanted it to. She also had this instance where we could have the intercourses. That's possible. But I don't think Rachel wants me to solve her problem that way. It's like what I did already is I tried to cater to her as much as possible so far today. Like she wanted to do karaoke, so we did karaoke on a live stream. Um, and then we did it for a fair amount of time. She wanted me to roll her a bunch of joints, so I did. She wanted a chicken sandwich to eat, so I made that. You know, I tried to baby her as much as possible. But what she really needs is just some time to herself. And that's what she's taking right now. She's upstairs listening to some raucous young people music, maybe LCD Sound System, I don't know. Knicks now up by 11. Jalen Brunson is really having himself a postseason. Well, I'm not over babying her. You know, different people want to be treated differently when they're feeling sad. What I told her was, don't feel like you need to hang out down here with me. If you want to, go upstairs, if you want to live stream, take the phone, I can get it set up for you, whatever you want to do. She said she just wanted to go upstairs, listen to some music and stuff. So, I wouldn't say I'm over babying her. I'm saying I did due diligence, right? You can't accuse me of failing to be sensitive to her sadness or disappointment or whatever. I think you misspelled that, Doctor Who What Where, actually. I think you misspelled one of those words. Well, I'm trying to take to heart what Lou told me earlier, which is don't try to solve it, just give her space for her feelings. That's difficult for me, you know. I think it's difficult for most men. It's like if you want to have a problem, present me with the means to solve it. But we all have times of negative emotions, and we have to understand that they're not necessarily easily solvable. Are the Rangers on tonight? I see the Bruins and the Panthers. No, the Rangers aren't playing tonight, unless you mean the Texas Rangers. In which case, yes, the Texas Rangers are playing tonight. Well, I I would I would not be surprised if at this current moment wages are outpacing inflation. We've already taken most of the inflationary hit from COVID. It's been it's already been factored into most commodities and goods, although not housing prices. You have to have a tooth pulled tomorrow. Who doesn't hate dental work? There ain't nobody who says, I love going to the dentist. Yeah, hopefully they close out that series finally. Well, even if they have declined under wages, they're probably rising against inflation compared to how it was when the um, when the bulk of the inflationary pressures hit the actual retail markets. No, you cannot be mod. Yeah, California has fairly high state income taxes and stuff, but Even so, unless you're a business, your taxes in California on your income and stuff are still just a tiny fraction of what your federal taxes are. I hope the Rangers win the cup too. Yeah, I would probably say so. No one else stands out as bad. Um, Duke Majan was fine. Gray Davis was okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger was fine. And Jerry Brown too was fine. Actually, he did a pretty good job his second term. Sure, you can see my guitar. No. Oh, oh no, that's good. Okay. Unfortunately, Shea Langoliers, your two out double. We could use it with runner in scoring position instead of with two outs. Yeah, Newsom's bad. He's probably the worst. Newsom's quite terrible. So this guitar is called an LTD guitar. It's from Indonesia. And it's kind of like a semi-hollow body electric. It's got a tuner built in and some EQs and and a volume knob here. But I like the fact that there's no knobs on the front of it. I tend to hit my hand on knobs on the front of guitars, so I like. I've never been in prison, Jay Woodgard. I didn't kick cocaine or heroin, but I did quit drinking alcohol 10 years ago. No, Led Zeppelin didn't autograph it, and you know, so I get that you're trying to be insulting, but if I had been to prison, it would probably be for some sort of drug charge, and I wouldn't feel ashamed of it at all. I haven't ever been to prison, but thunder's really booming outside. Makes me want to see if we can catch some lightning, maybe. So anyway, I'm trying to listen to Lou's advice, and instead of trying to solve Rachel's sadness, just give her space to feel those feelings and stuff. I know the feeling of kind of kicking yourself when you realize that you didn't prioritize what was important to you enough. Like Rachel could have made this trip happen if she had said to me something like, Eric, this is really important to me. I know it's gonna cost the election for your hassle, but can we please make this happen? I would have definitely made it happen. But instead she gave me the opposite kind of message, which is like the pragmatic one. And I don't doubt that she would still say it was the right decision. She's just coping with the sadness that goes along with that. So we had some nice big thunder a second ago. Will we have any lightning in the sky? I don't know. We got some clouds. Smells a little bit like rain. We'll have to see whether it actually rains or not, though. It's upcoming Friday. I get my bottle of Adderall. I'm excited about that. Ooh. I guess that's something Rachel listening to. Regret and disappointment don't follow the rules of logic. Yeah, you're right about that. I think I've got another poop in my butt. So, anyway, I'm trying to be a good husband and also just a good partner. And remember that Rachel's job is not to always be happy. And my job is not to fix it when she's not. My job is to go poo, though. And I'm about to do an excellent job, I think. I have a feeling I'm going to do a kick-ass job of going poo right now. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of poops. That was an excellent job I did of pooping. I feel free and invigorated. Alive at long last. And the thing is, of course, this is very unusual for Rachel. She's not somebody who's frequently expressing disappointment, dissatisfaction, sadness, or whatever, you know. She is a team player, but, you know, she also has that kind of third slot, childlike understanding of fairness. Well, you know that Cyndi Lauper song. Girls just wanna do drugs. They wanna do drugs. They wanna do drugs. That's all they really want. Cause when the working day goes shrugs, then girls just wanna do drugs. Oh, girls just wanna do drugs. They wanna do drugs. They wanna, like, one thing that made Rachel sad is that while we may be getting some kinds of drugs at some point here relatively soon, it won't be ketamine. Rachel wants ketamine. Not getting the drugs you want, it's something I can totally understand. That would make me cry too. Anybody would cry over that. It's not fair. I agree. It's not fair that Rachel can't have ketamine. I wish I could get it for her, but I just don't have those kind of time to take a fat bowl. Bloke, what's wrong with Rachel? Nothing's wrong with Rachel. She's just sad because we were scheduled to go on this trip to Oregon to see Lou on Sunday night and then drive down to Bend on you're saying girls don't just want to do drugs? I'm pretty sure they do, Heather P. What else would Cyndi Lauper have meant by having fun? A pizza party? I don't think so. Shout out to England. You go, England. You and all the ings that live within you. Heather P, are you saying you're being a brat? Well, what do you want me to say? Don't be a brat. All right, well, the A's got out of the third inning, still just down by a run. That's good. Oh, right. Benadryl and Ativan is the only way to sleep. It's the only way to sleep. Benadryl and Ativan, the only way to sleep. It's the Benadryl and Ativan, the only way to sleep. It's good for you and me. It's the only way to sleep. Benadryl and Ativan. Turn to God. Pride is wrong. Okay. Let's get rid of you. You're just being a groupist in the name of God. It's even worse than being a regular groupist. It's like, not only are you offending me plus everybody in the group you hate, but you're also offending God. How offensive is that? Super offensive. I don't think the gays love Ashlyn. I'm not sure the straights love her either. What's going on? Somebody get in trouble? Somebody got in trouble? Yeah. Feigned chill is different than real chill. I thought about recommending to Rachel that she just take a Kalani, but I felt like she didn't really want me solving her emotions, you know? I deleted that asshole. Okay. I try to delete the assholes, you know. It looks like the Astro pitcher is in trouble for using a banned substance of some kind. He's been tossed. The Astros are such cheaters. They're super big cheaters. Blanco's getting booted for using a foreign substance pitching. He's a big cheater. Sounds like a hot air balloon. Hot air balloon is the most noble way to travel. Get out of here, you cheater. Cheaty cheaters, get out of here. These cheaty cheaters. Houston Astros are just nothing but a bunch of cheaters. Get out of here, cheater. Now my phone's getting wet doing all these dishes, this Heather P. Look, your phone is not a dish. You're not supposed to wash and dry it like that. Donna Chamberlain says meow. Meow to you as well, Donna Chamberlain. And may all your meow meow meows be bright. So anyway, because weed's a lot less bad for you than cigarettes are, Heather Pete. In fact, there's no established link between smoking weed and either lung cancer or COPD. So, think about it that way. I don't like edibles. It's a different kind of high. I mean, sometimes I like it, but, you know, within reason. Yeah. So the point is, what do you do when your woman is sad? Well, you've got a few different choices. Yeah, well, edibles remind me of either nothing or like too much. It's rarely a comfortable high, right? You have to get it just right with just the right edibles. Of course, what is? Heather P. If you knew what you were talking about, your last name wouldn't be named after urine. Bam! I just schooled you hard. All right, yeah. God, Jesus, everything. Just enough with that shit, please. Nobody wants to hear your God, Jesus stuff. Well, oh yeah, well, your name still stands for urine. Yeah, well, here I am. Depends on my mood, right? When dealing with how to subjectively deal with subjectivities, obviously, your subjective responses to that vary from moment to moment, all right? It's true that I've not used this particular kind of logic in the past, but Rachel's special. She gets special treatment, okay? Logic that normally I would have disdain for when it's appropriate for Rachel, then it's fine. Rachel gets special treatment. Normally, I wouldn't care what some astrology app says about anything. But Donna P is for your last name? Thanks, Heather P. Thanks. Thanks for stopping being a nurse, all right? And don't forget, Heather P., wash your hands. I believe in people who don't talk about God in the live stream. That's what I believe in, CP the Truth. I believe that you have the power to shut your face and not talk about God for a second. Why the title of the video? Because Rachel said. Rachel's sad. I don't know what to do about it. There's nothing really to do about it. She's sad for reasons I can understand, but can't solve, So, no, I don't want to talk about the flying spaghetti monster either. Yeah, CP, you're not listening to me. Get some sense. Your maiden name's McCormick? Oh, I get it. Because you make a bunch of spices, huh? Because you're the spice girl. I bet you're feeling pretty good about yourself to be the heir of the McCormick spice fortune. I made fun of that Aussie's accent. I think that's bullying according to YouTube standard. Well, hopefully I don't get a strike for that. Yeah, I like your pepper. Sure, Heather P. Maybe your P stands for pepper, huh? Well, the point I'm trying to make in this video is that if your woman's sad, try to be nice and understand that you don't necessarily need to solve the problem, right? Hey, this NI66A is crazy is back. Hi, Ni66. I'm going to call you Ni66. P could stand for lots of different things. Could stand for parsimonious. What if I'm sad? If I'm sad, then I'm whining about whatever I'm sad for. And about Toyota Tundra. Okay, will you stop with your religious nonsense, please? Nobody cares about it. This is P. Diddy's groomer. Did I groom P. Diddy for something? Was I just grooming him in the sense that I was like picking fleas off of him? Irish girls laugh. Oh, what do we do when we're sad? I mean, what I do is I like go to bed, you know. I just go to bed, I go sleep, I eat food. Depending on the kind of sad I am, I might, if I really need to like do some sort of self-soothing thing, I might go to the casino. But usually I see when I'm sad it being a function of my Adderall cycle. Or just sort of being about a monthly cycle, you know. Well, Heather, I told you, you are too young to marry Colin Powell. Okay? You are too young to marry Colin Powell, I said. And you said, no, I love Colin Powell and I'm going to marry him. And I said, then you'll be Colin P. Mrs. Colin P. And you got butthole and urine in your name. You don't want that. But Heather said, yes, I do want that so badly. Well, now, as predicted, it's time for her to divorce Colin Powell. On the grounds that he lied about yellow cake uranium. I can't tell if I'm sad, overwhelmed, depressed. I don't know. I don't know if you are any of those things. Ni66. Is there anything in your life that would make you feel those things? I feel sad on Rachel's behalf. I don't know what to do about it. It makes me feel skittish to know that she's not happy. Like, you know, I want to, I believe you use. Well, I mean, that's the other thing I told Heather. Heather, don't marry a dead man. She said, I got this necrophilia thing going on. I think we can all commit to using more McCormick pepper from now on to support you and your family, Heather. Yeah, this cat, she knows how to be comfortable, you know. She's good at being comfortable. So anyway, I feel kind of sad on Rachel's behalf. I also feel like, you know, were there any winners from yesterday's cat game? I don't remember, but I could put the circles out again. So wait, you're telling me, Heather, your Christian name is Golden Showers Pee-Pee Urine? That's a horrible, horrible name. Yeah, she's cut because she works out at the gym so much. She doesn't waste time bulking, you know. She just makes sure she's cut. Where is who? Where's Rachel? Rachel's upstairs. Yeah, happy isn't really a permanent daily state of being. Lou says Rachel being unhappy for a day due to specific disappointment doesn't touch the fact that overall she's pleased and satisfied with life. Right. And, you know, it's important for me to remember that too. And to know that I think there's a tendency among, men in a regular marriage like mine to to blame themselves, I guess. Uh, Certainly to try to solve the problem. There's a tendency in me personally, probably, to think, well, you know, is she unhappy with me? Is she gonna be like, you know, I'm sorry, Eric, I'm just not happy anymore. It just isn't working anymore. She gonna just say that to me one day? Yeah. I think there's a tendency of everybody to worry about that kind of thing, maybe. I don't know. From an SI person's perspective, in some regard, NI people, they have kind of a scary kind of unreliability because they don't just persist in what they already know. And there's kind of an SI dumbness. It just is like, well, this is what I'm currently doing, so I'm just going to keep on doing it. Which is reassuring in some ways. Not just dumb, but also reassuring. It's nice out, but it's a little bit buggy. I got a rice blouse. And I'm wearing some Huggies. It's too buggy, actually. I have to go back inside. Yeah, I'll go back in. It's too buggy, actually. Alright, so now I'm back inside where bugs won't bother me. Casey Jones says, maybe she just wants you to wear a different shirt this week. Hey, I changed shirts not that long ago, just a couple of days ago. So, knock it off. Yeah, I love that walkway too. It's lovely. She also mentioned feeling sad about the possibility of them building across the street. She's feeling pessimistic about it, seeing it as a sure thing. You say it's nice out. Do you think you'll leave it out? No. 4 days? That's not bad. 4 days. That's less than a week. Would you like me to change my shirt? I don't think it was 4 days. Yeah, the cat scratches it up. We try to stop her from doing it down here, but All right. Okay, you guys. All right, fine. Listen. You're washing your floors and trying to go pee. Did you wash your floors after you tried to go pee successfully on the floor? Is that why you had to wash your floors? No, Rachel's sad for perfectly good reasons. She's disappointed. It's sort of hitting her today that the fun plan we had to go see LCD Sound System, which is like her favorite band, that we canceled it and it's no longer happening, and the concert's going on without us, right? It's a perfectly understandable reason to be sad. She's got a couple of other like things she's feeling sad about. I'm not streaming here to complain about her being sad or anything. Just because whenever anything like this is going on, I gotta talk this kind of shit out, you know? And I think that probably Rachel's struggling with feeling a little bit mad at me, but also realizing that I'm not really to blame. So I understand that too. I've been in that emotional space before as well. I like the idea that Cassidy, that he just watches the chips. You be there to support him watching the chips and just discover if somebody else eats the chips. If some third party maybe eats the chips. It sounds like a more exciting approach. Hi, Capio. What a sweetie pie you are. That feed tool is both a gift and a curse. Mostly a gift to others and a curse to the self. But I'm just in a kind of jaded stage of life. That's been 5 years. Sometimes people are just sad and there doesn't need to be a reason. Of all the battles a person can fight, the war against themselves is the hardest to win. Well, I don't even necessarily think sadness is a war against the self. It's a periodic state of being, right? Everybody, to be a healthy human being, needs to spend some time feeling sad. It makes me feel nervous because I'm a nervous Nelly. I try to fix it, etc. But sometimes it's just, it's not about you, right? Rachel, I'm telling this to Rachel all the time about my moods, right? Yeah, I'm moody. And it's also not about what if they hand fed you something other than food? The point I'm trying to make is that I tell Rachel all the time, yes, I get moody sometimes. It's not about you at all. It's just my cycle with Adderall. I don't know. Did I wash my hands? Maybe not. It's fine if I didn't. Um, they're very clean anyway. I've got the cleanliness of clean hand. I'm just assuming you wanted to watch because you didn't have arms and were embarrassed to ask me hand feed you chips like a baby bird. Hmm. I think we all want to watch the chips because you never know what a bowl of chips is going to do. Rachel and I had some paranormal refrigerator activity earlier. I have restless leg syndrome. I have bouncy leg syndrome. Because I don't feel I have social permission. I mean, you don't need social permission. Well, obviously your toes, Cassidy. What else would you be typing with in those circumstances? That would be your toes. Could be speech to text, sure. You could have a typing eye dog. So I don't get busted by YouTube. A typing eye dog, right. A typing eye dog is a seeing eye dog that texts for you. Why did that guy get in trouble? What's going on there? No, they'll age restrict you. Your video if you're seen vaping or smoking on camera. Everybody needs a little time away. I heard it say from each other. Even lovers need a holiday, not far away from each other. What happened to that? What happened? I like to remain anonymous so I don't have to answer for my decisions. Good idea. I gotta know what's going on with this guy. I'm gonna turn on the CCs so I can see what is going on. Discrimination. This woman has a seeing eye dog, but these Uber drivers don't want to don't want to let her. I'm not saying anything about that. I don't know what's going on there. Well, I tell you, the Oakland A's have got this guy named Soderman, who's off to kind of a blazing start. He's played a total of 50 games in the majors. I guess he must have played some last year or something. I don't know, but but I forget what I was talking about. I forget. Whatever I was talking about. No, I don't have Parkinson's disease, green foxern. I'm bouncing my knees up and down. What did I just smoke, buddy? I just hit this Nick vape. But I think I will pull a bong rip at you now. So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say, so here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me, open arms. Looks like you got something to hide when you're literally hiding it. Well, I do have something to hide. I have I have the fact that I'm vaping to hide because otherwise YouTube will age restrict the video. Oh, well, the lack of cam mic would be a barrier. Is that truly the case? What does things going just right mean? I don't know. Max Barwig. Hello, everyone, says Max Barwig. Hello, Max Barwig, says I. Say I, and perhaps everyone else. Whatever song I was just singing. Oh, that was the song that somebody quoted up there. It's yeah, Chicago or Peter Cetera. I don't know that song, Midnight in Harlem. I can only sing songs I know. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I could sing that. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Maybe I will listen to it. All right, I'll check it out. I will check it out. I will mute the meow and I will listen to the meow. All right. We're going to mute. We're going to listen. We're going to meow. We're going to meow. Let's give it a shot. All right, let's listen to it. Right. I could see it possibly being something I'd maybe want to listen to, like on a road trip or something. You know, at 5:52, it's asking a lot of me in terms of patience. But it reminds me a little bit of "Stop This Train" by I forget what the guy's name is. Oh, John Mayer. That's what his name. It's John Mayer. This song, Someone Stop This Train. It reminds me of that song you just recommended. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Goodbye. No, it's about, it was the amount of time I said it was, the studio version of it. It was 5:52. You gotta be very careful. The crashing down on people. I just had someone I've been following and mentoring for a while banned because of smoking pot. It's so silly. Yeah, it really is silly. So far, I seem to be avoiding. I've been doing this for a long time, right? But I used to smoke everything openly in front of the camera. It's not as though doing so gets me a strike or anything. Um, Rather, it's that it gets my live streams uh, age restricted. So I just try to do it off camera. So, anyway, I can't help but feel like when Rachel's sad that somehow I'm failing. That there's something she needs that I'm not providing her. But I know that's really not being fair to myself and probably not true at all. But I don't want to fail her. She's listening to some terror stuff or whatever. It's hard not to like Lou, Jocelyn. She's a wonderful lady. I just put that title because I felt like it would attract more attention. I didn't mean to be reductive, you know. Has anybody watching the Karen Reed case? No, I've never heard of it. Can you listen to the song Dax to Be a Man? Yeah, I could listen to it. All right, let's listen to it. I'd say it's pretty good for religious music, you know. It's now 9:50 at night here in Boston. And my ham dinner is done for my family, Nurse Life. We men protect a fragile ego. Once it's shattered, peace avails. I mean, I would not agree with that one speck. I think that yes, men have a fragile ego and it shouldn't be shattered, you know. The woman in your life should protect your ego. Nobody needs to be taken down a notch, really, as far as I'm concerned. Um, and I don't think Rachel's unhappy because of anything that I've done wrong, you know. I think that's part of the message here is that I need to remember that just because she's sad right now for things that happen that don't have anything to do with you know they have to do stuff out of our control really. It doesn't mean that she's unhappy with me or that I've done anything wrong, you know. And I know that she has the same kind of concerns when I'm not happy. If I'm sad or whatever or grumpy, she has concerns like, um, are we okay? Did I do something? Well, I haven't lost. This isn't about losing a loved one, though. This is about we had a we had a trip planned and we had to cancel it. And she was really looking forward to this concert, and she's feeling sad about it today. I guess you could stretch the metaphor to say that the loved one here is the LCD sound system concert, but seems like a bit of a stretch Iron Lion, to be honest. Well, JP Sears is pitching a good game. It's more about the discomfort that ensues when a loved one is suffering and you're pretty powerless to fix it or make it better. Right. Well, and that's the other thing here, Lamb, is she knows. In fact, I used that term earlier, probably ill advisedly, but um, and probably a unwise attempt to cheer her up. I said, there's not really discord between us. She's sad. She's in her room, self soothing in whatever way she does. I didn't do anything that she doesn't think I should have done anything differently, you know? Um, right. I trust that it's not my fault. She knows intellectually at least that it's not my fault. Um, I think she's probably a little bit mad at herself for not prioritizing what she didn't know she wanted as much as she wanted it, which was this trip, you know. So it's just one of those things that neither of us are good at our subjectivities. I wasn't, and I'm not good at her subjectivities either. She's much better at my subjectivities than I am at hers. Well, we had to cancel this trip, and I think the reality of the canceled trip and the fact that we weren't going to get to see LCD sound system play, which she was really looking forward to, kind of hit her today, and she's feeling sad. And neither of us are good with, like I said, are good with our subjectivities. So maybe it's a variety of little things. It's also the case that different people at different times, people at different times have differing degrees of frustration tolerance. And when you seem to have a bunch of little things go not the way you want them to in conjunction with each other, it can it can make you feel a little overwhelmed, a little put upon, a little bit like life's not being fair. So I've just tried to be I'm just trying to be a good partner, and also to not be not be an assuming a swan day, you know. It's like I don't want to convey that. I don't want to like embrace the idea that, okay, well, maybe this is about more than just this thing. Maybe Rachel's not happy in general, or not happy with me, or something like that, which is has a lot to do with why I'm live streaming, right? Is it helps me to talk this stuff out so that I don't spend time, I guess you'd say, like wallowing or mulling in negative possibilities. So I'm going outside like I used to, and I don't smoke cigarettes. There's no real reason to. I find I like to come out here, open the window, look through the window. You got a pregnant squirrel, huh? So in this instance, I don't think there's a problem. I guess I'm positioning you um, in the role of me here, right? There's a problem that's distressing me, right? But there's not really any solution to it. Just like, but my problem is distressing me is that Rachel has a problem that's distressing her, but there's not really any solution to it. And it's not really anybody's fault, you know? She was fixing up her what? She was fixing up her next a couple weeks ago. Nest. Yeah. Well, I think we need to put the shutters in. Get the new shutters put in. I need to go through my email and find if that guy emailed me or what. Check out the cost on it. Just go ahead and do it. I don't. That's one thing we can do to make sure that Rachel's more comfortable should the construction project began across the street. Rachel was voicing a high degree of certainty that it would. Shea Langolier is heating up 2 for 2 on the night so far. Starting to hit a little bit better. Fouls that one off. 1 and 2 is the count. Shea Langolier's hit by the pitch. We've got some thunder and lightning activity going on today. Heard thunder on a few different occasions. Maybe we'll get lucky and see some lightning right now. Pew, says the lightning. Maybe. So I guess we got rid of their starting pitcher, got thrown out for having some kind of banned substance. Um, Too many bugs. Too many bugs. I'm going back inside like Zachary Grad. Geomagnetic activity, huh? Soderstrom is 0 for 1 today. He's playing quite well for the Athletics. We really need this game. This is a big game. It's like we need to win this series against the Astros. We lost the series 2-1 against the Mariners, 3-1 against the Rangers. We need to win this series. We're down by a run currently in the 6th inning, but Shea Langeliers is on first. Soderstrom's at the plate. And I think that Soderstrom, he's an excellent hitter. However, he goes down on strikes on this occasion, unfortunately. So that makes it 2 outs. We're going to have to hope for a 2-out double or something. 2-out, 2-run home run would be nice. Anyway. I feel this kind of like frantic quality, like, you know, I want to do something to fix, yeah, but there's nothing to do, nothing to fix. It's just sadness. Hi, Princess Lay. Hi, 966. Message retracted. I could make Rachel a dessert. Well, I'll let her do her own SI thing. There are ice cream sandwiches in the freezer if she wants one. I can't make any kind of dessert really that's more desserty than that. Oh, actually, there is key lime pie in the freezer. I could bust that out. I think that's just like cut and serve it. I don't think you gotta heat it up or anything. Might have to let it defrost a little bit. If Rachel wants a slice of key lime pie, I could get her one. I could get her key lime pie coffee. You know, I've already made an effort today also to do a fair number of acts of service like that already. You know, I believe I understand. I believe I understand it well enough. But if you'd like to inform us, I'm sure your explanation would be informative to plenty of people here, maybe me as well. Princess Lay, I think if that's your like Instagram name, you're gonna get a lot of a certain kind of attention, right? If that's your Instagram name and your Instagram quote is in for a penny, in for a pounding, then you're really gonna get a lot of attention. I saw a drunk guy walk into a construction hole in the road while loading the washer at a laundromat. I hope he wasn't too injured. Jameson Camman 18. Hello, how are you? And how do you do? What are you doing? And why are you through? Will you be stewing inside of a poo? Scythe, scythe the weeds from my field? Basically, when you have a mass in space, it creates a bit of a vortex within space itself. Now, for example, a black hole is a mass so heavy, tiny, nothing can escape it, not even light, so it bends space, time. You could also have as your quote, Princess Leia, if you got the crunchy roll, I got the chill. Apparently nowadays it's all Crunchyroll and chill. It's no longer Netflix and chill. What? What are you looking at? What happened? Kitty made a strange sound. I wish I were tweaking. If only, P. If only. If you think I'm tweaking right now, well, gosh, you should see me when I'm tweaking. It's super hard, and when light attempts to go through this mass, it gets bended like light itself is bended, and now stretched and torn particle from particle within the black hole, and time is warped. I don't know, Princess Leia. I would not say that's a particularly good explanation of relativity. I'm not gonna lie. Women, am I right, guys? William, that is not the point of this stream, okay? Rachel's feeling sad, and the point of the stream is for Eric to understand how best to approach that. I remember earlier, um, Lou said, don't try to solve it. And so, you know, I'm trying to understand that. I'm trying to give her space to feel her feels and respect that they're legitimate and that they're not necessarily about me at all, right? They're not an indictment of me of any sort. Just trying to talk myself through all this stuff. Do I like making videos? I like live streaming a lot. I don't really like making videos. That is not what this is about, Rachel. It's not about this at all. I'm just talking about how. All right. Well, now you're onto a better explanation, just a guy. That's a better explanation of relativity by using an exceptional instance like a black hole to try to explain relativity rather than a normal instance. You make it needlessly confusing. Um, my point is not at all that women, right? It's that I'm just trying to understand that Rachel being sad about stuff that's happened and such, and expectations not met and so forth, is not an indictment of me. And it's not an indication that I need to try to solve it, right? My tendency, my inclination, as probably is the case for most men, is to try to solve these sort of things. But I'm trying to remember what Lou said earlier. Just give her space to feel her emotions. And, uh, and, you know, respect the legitimacy of them. Try to be as good a partner as I can, and try not to make it about myself, right? So that's all I've been saying here. This has not been a talk shit about Rachel at all kind of a thing, darling. Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. No, I'm not talking shit about women. I am saying that this one specific thing seems to typify a lot of heterosexual marriages where when the woman feels things, the man feels the need to solve the problem, right? And that's not necessarily what the woman wants. Maybe she wants commiseration, or maybe she just wants space to feel her what she's feeling, you know? That does seem to be kind of stereotypical of the kind of relationship I'm in, which is, you know, a heterosexual marriage. I had fun doing karaoke today, Daniel Veswani, and I felt glad that we were able to do what Rachel wanted to do. You know, hopefully she enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So I get that probably that that dynamic sometimes happens in reverse too, where it's the man who's feeling things and the woman who feels the needs to solve the problem. But that's not the stereotype, I guess, which is why I titled it like this. I felt that this was an instance of something that was kind of a stereotype. Okay. Well, you do what you feel best. Okay, well, Rachel, it seems to me that you're just saying that probably trigger some kind of emotional reaction from me. Seems that way. I don't know what to make of it. When should you be merciful? Most of the time, but not always. Please be out of here. Oh, warning track power. Well, we're not having the greatest of day. Um, Rachel's, I thought it was fun as well, you know, but I don't know. Yeah, Rachel's my wife. Thanks, Katie Smith. Well, Rachel, you seem to be forgetting that an open mic, first of all, is as for fun as something can possibly be, right? It's not a serious, like, we're getting paid to perform in a venue or something kind of deal. But second of all, you need to give yourself some time and us some time to run through things a number more times. You need to get accustomed to handling a microphone, right? And holding it the right distance from your mouth. You need to practice. You sound good. And the reality is, we sound better together. Okay, that's fine then. We've been married for 10 months approximately. Thanks, Daniel Veswani. Appreciate it. That's for Rachel. I think what Rachel's saying is she doesn't want expectations. She doesn't want me to be like coaching her or giving her instructions as I would a normal singer to do more like what I want. She doesn't want to be trying to attain to my level of satisfaction. I can understand that. I mean, we are talking through it. This is probably as good a way to talk through it as any. Fair enough. She's not here anymore, Savage Kitty. She's listening to something else. Good job, Yankees. Yeah, well, I'm not really sure what's going on right now or what to make of it. Um, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. This feels more like maybe a way of lashing out at me, but I'm not really sure. You know, I could be wrong about that. If it's a way of lashing out at me, usually that follows from me being unfair in some way, but I don't think that's the case in this instance. Yeah, we'll work it out, of course. I'm not worried about that. Hold on. All right, well, we're back. So, I know sometimes people are gonna have to feel bad, right? Like, sometimes in life it's important that we feel some sadness and and it's okay to feel that way and you know. I think there's a little bit of her thing, my thing going on. Like maybe she feels as though too much of me getting what I want, too little of her getting what she wants. Um, I mean, I don't really think we're fighting per se. She's feeling emotional. I certainly have plenty of times when I feel emotional, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I just don't know. I don't know what to make out of everything um, because Yeah, I just don't know. I generally try to take her at her word. Well, the Athletics have a man on second, nobody out here in the top of the eighth inning, down by a run. And it's fine, everybody. It's fine. Thank you for your consideration and such. Oh, barely got him out. We got a man on third now with one out, so that's good. That's a good sign. And, I don't know how Rachel feels about all of this. She gets it's what she signed up for, so to speak. That everything that happens in our lives is going to be on the live stream, but that doesn't mean she necessarily always likes it. What did I have for dinner? Um, I guess the last thing I ate was that chicken sandwich. Yeah, I mean, I have bad days too, and it's not necessarily even that she's having a bad day; it's that she's sad today. She's upset, not happy. Oh, I'll tell her I love her right now. If she's listening, I don't know if she is. Of course, I love her. I think she knows that. I tell her that frequently enough. I'm not worried about this being some big battle between us. The A's tie it up. I do think that she feels somewhat treated unfairly in some way, and I don't know quite what to do about that, but I could be wrong about that too. I don't know. Even if a male stripper would cheer her up, I don't want to get her a male stripper. I do accept her no matter what, for sure. And she's, of course, my wife and amazing. He's safe. Well, two out, 1-1, man on first. I could bring her flowers from the woodland realm. I don't know if that's what she wants. I don't know what she wants. I don't know if she wants anything in particular. I think she's just not feeling it right now. Nothing's wrong with Rachel. She's just not feeling it right now.
Can I have the lighter? Do you need it?
No.
Thank you.
So, I don't know what to do about whatever. Come on, Soderstrom. You're a good hitter. It's your time to shine. You're already over 2 in this game. Strikes out. I don't need a lighter. She got some weed out of the freezer and has her little pipe up there, and she took a lighter to go smoke weed. The thing is, like, all my intuition is screaming that she's mad at me. But I don't know what she could be mad at me about exactly. We do. It's time to let the shield go? What shield? I don't know what shield I have. I mean, I have asked her, and she tells me that, she's disappointed because it's not women in their mind games, okay? Well, I could ask her. I don't know what she's gonna say. Okay, I'll get a screwdriver. Yeah, she says she's not mad at me. And she just keeps like thinking about where we'd be right now if we were at the concert kind of stuff. I don't think suggesting rodeo right now is the best idea. Seems like I feel a little better having asked her directly if she was mad at me, and she said no, without. She didn't seem to be like, no, but she wasn't like that at all. I think I can take her word that she's not mad at me. Anyway, emotional turmoil is always very distressing to me. I don't know what to do about it. ITYYP. Anyway, she's just sitting on her room, like, kind of angrily smoking weed. Sitting on her bed, angrily smoking weed. Yeah, emotional turmoil. I'm very unaccustomed to it. See, the thing is, Rachel and I have such a a placid relationship, right? We don't we don't normally experience a lot of emotional volatility. There's there's not a lot of bad vibes going on in our relationship, right? It's very comfortable for both of us usually. So when there is discomfort, it's troubling to me. Now, I agree with you, Putty Cat. It's not the concert that's the problem. She is feeling bad about that. Probably is very aware that that's she's being kind of spoiled or illogical or something. You know, she's probably aware of that in full, but she's probably a little mad at herself too because she knows that if she had made it clear this was really important to her, I would have made it happen. And then she's the one who suggested that maybe we don't go, you know? So I think as somebody who's got a poor relationship with her subjectivities, as do I, she's probably thinking like, God, I should have known this was important to me and and told Eric that, you know. The best way to protect the boat in a storm is to calm the wind and put the sea to sleep. Wise words, Sean. I mean, I'd like to think I'm taking a very calming approach. I mean, I've already done that, Savage Kitty, earlier. Um, she didn't seem actually particularly receptive to my hugs. Didn't seem to want to be hugged for a particularly long time, which I guess contributed somewhat to my feeling as though she were mad at me. I think that she could possibly be feeling mad at me a little bit without feeling like she's blaming me at all. You know, understanding that um, she may be displacing some anger on me or something is possible. Lou says when she's mad, she doesn't really want to be touched. Yeah, well, she didn't seem to really want to be hugged either. She wasn't particularly receptive. I thought she would appreciate that, but she didn't really seem to want that. So I think I'm pretty reassuring in my overarching stability, you know? I'm not somebody who's likely to escalate right away. It takes some time. You gotta push on me a bit to get me to escalate. Well, I can read Rachel's moods regarding that, I think, reasonably well. You know, um, I know that the last thing in the world she'd want for me to do is to push the pace on that at all. You know, we're not sensory people particularly. You know, if she will come back down and join the live tonight, well, she might, or she might not. Uh, I think it's kind of cute that she's being angsty teen up in her room. Comes down here to get weed out of the freezer. She's got her little pipe in her hand. And she's like, the last thing in the world she would want to do here right now. Hey Rachel, come down and let's practice singing. Oh yeah, I think it's just cute the way that Rachel's. You know, Rachel and I both have a young self that we express in various ways, and an older self that we express in other ways. In a lot of ways, Rachel's kind of older than me and older soul than I am, but with her relationship with her objects and her room and stuff, she's what is going on with this guy? Gosh, I hate it when I get angsty. It's such a yucky, powerless feeling that even when experiencing, I know I'm being extra. That teen Lou really does show off sometimes. Well, I I find it pretty cute generally. Once I've determined that she's not exactly mad at me, then you know, yeah. If Rachel smoked cigarettes, she'd totally just be like right now. With her little everything, you know. She's a small woman. She's got little hands, little feet. My wife is sad, and that is bad, but she's not mad at me. Yeah, my wife is sad, but at least I'm glad that I'm watching baseball. Gee, how about that, Bryson? Did you like it? Oh, yeah, I should have said baseball on TV, Casey Jones. You're so right. You get a wonder point for being so correct. I should have said that. My bad. You take your blood pressure medicine. Hey, Savage Kitty, meth isn't blood pressure medicine. Who won? It's 1-1, top of the ninth inning. The A's are up to bat, one out, nobody on. 0-2 count to Mr. Davis here. Oh, it's not Wednesday. Yeah, wonder point values are doubled on Wednesday, but that may be your first ever wonder point, Casey Jones. I'm not sure. I don't remember you earning one before. Unfortunately, I'm not keeping track of other people's wonder points, but maybe someday if I get. It's Meth Tuesday. No, it's not Meth Tuesday. Okay, just forget about that. I know what it's like when I feel like my feelings are like, meh, it sucks, and I wouldn't want to do anything to contribute to that or make it any worse for Rachel. I don't want her to think that this live stream, for example, is me talking any shit or anything like that. Every Tuesday is Meth Tuesday in Mariposa, California. You make a good point, Casey Jones. Probably better not to do that, I think. Yeah, in all seriousness, meth is a bad drug. You shouldn't do it. You should avoid it. Doctor Who, what, where? First person ever to say, I never liked meth. It made me too sleepy. Hilarious. Well, that's going to do it for the A's in the top of the ninth. But actually, I mean, Max Barwig, as far as I can tell, it's a drug that you can be addicted to for a stretch of time or regularly do for years even and stop and come back to normal, right? I did. I mean, it's not like that, BLS 1998 SDMF. In fact, it's remarkably cheap. The reason people who are addicted to Coke have to give up so much stuff to get more Coke is because Coke's super expensive, but meth is actually super cheap. No, it's not, Casey Jones. It definitely is not legal. I never liked Coke either. Yeah, well, when you're currently in the throes of being a meth addict, you are definitely a different person than when you're not, right? But the difference between meth and coke is it's hard to come back from a coke addiction, from what I can see from people like in AA and stuff that I met that used to be coke heads. It's like when they quit, they're always kind of coke heads forevermore. No, I've never tried fentanyl. I used to be a drinker. I no longer drink. I quit drinking 10 years ago or so. I wish I could get a little bit crossfaded like that, but that's not available to me, unfortunately. I had to quit drinking completely. I don't like opiates, opioids of any sort. I've never liked them. Not interested in doing any, not interested in trying them, you know, etc. I can't drink, so I smoke more pot. True of that. In the realm of youth, with raging strife, an angsty teen immersed in the tempest of life, like a storm that brews within the soul, their emotions spiral beyond control. Their world, a tapestry of darkness and light, where hope and despair engage in a bitter fight. They yearn for freedom to break away, yet chains of doubt their spirits enslave. Is that a quote or something? Their heart, a battleground of love and fear, swings like a pendulum between joy and fear. They seek solace in solitude's embrace, a refuge from reality's relentless chase. Meth? Rather smoke it. Yet within their turmoil, a flicker of hope remains, a spark that yearns to ignite and break free from chains. For like the tempestuous sea, their spirit will endure as they navigate the trials forever pure. I am particularly glad that these lovely children are here today to hear that speech. Not only was it authentic frontier gibberish, it expressed a courage little seen in this day and age. Who is that a quote by? Blazing Saddles, huh? I've had an unopened American flag in my car for years. Don't know what to do with it. Uh, well, You could burn it. You could send it to the Middle East so that they could burn it. No, you shouldn't do those things with the Casey Jones. I don't know what you should do with it. I'm no expert on disposing of or dealing with flags. I'm not genuinely advocating that you burn the flag. I just thought it would be a funny answer. Well, bottom of the ninth, 2 out, 1-2. That you wrote that, Sean? That's great. That's really it's really fine work. I guess that's why it wasn't in quotes. Although really, weren't you quoting yourself? You were, weren't you? Maybe it should have been in quotes. Tomorrow is Wednesday. The next day is Thursday. The day after that is a very special day. It's called Friday. It's also called the day I get my Adderall. The day the Adderall came in. Here's an original poem by Eric. Friday was a special day. It was a day like any other. Except like other boring days. This day was like your mother. If mother gave birth to amphetamine or two, some speed inside a bottle, to set one on full throttle. Yes, Friday is a special day, 'cause Friday is the day in which I get my Adderall, and when I say hooray. Wife might enjoy some Adderall, sure. I think, yeah. Adderall is something that will be enjoyed by the wife. She does enjoy it. I just get that shit from my brain, Max. I just get it from my brain. Rachel's listening to some more young person rebel music. And fuck you, life. I'm gonna stick my little middle finger out. Like Rachel sticking her middle fingers out is hilarious. Do I smoke meth to keep myself from withdrawing from Adderall? No, I don't. I just run out of Adderall after a couple of weeks, and then I just take a couple of weeks off, and then I get new Adderall again. You know, that's how I roll, month after month after month. Them's the truth of my rollings. Listen, Eric DeLauretis, Eric DeLauretis, I'm gonna call it. Listen, let's speak the truth, okay? You see me rolling, you hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty. You're not gonna catch me riding dirty, okay? Yeah. You know why you're not gonna catch me riding dirty? Because I'm not riding dirty. Alright? All the drugs I'm doing are legal. I'm smoking weed. Well, almost all of them are mostly legal, you know. Smoking weed, doing prescription Adderall that the doctor says I need because when I was traveling overseas one time, I caught ADHD from a mosquito. Apparently, if I don't take amphetamines, I will die. I will die of a lack of attention. Is that what you want, Eric De Laurentiis? De Lauritis? Is that what you want? Who, me? Oh, not at the moment, unfortunately. I'm really dogs. You got bit by the ADHD carrying mosquito as well? Well, Eric, we have more in common than just our first name, you know? Well, Doctor Who, what, where you just have to finally find, at long last, the right pharmacy. I had dealt with shit every month for years now. Now I finally have the right pharmacy and they fill it on time every month. Wow, wow, please be gone, please be gone, please be gone, please be gone. No, it's not gone. Still, at least that advances the runner. Made it to the wall, but was not enough to go out of the ballpark. The Oakland Athletics, though, have men on second and third, one out here in the top of the 10th inning. We've gone to extra innings in Houston. We need this game. We need it. The Oakland Athletics need this game. We need this game. We need this series. We need to win this series. Now, the Houston Astros have already been caught cheating in this game because they're big cheaters and their pitcher got taken out for using a sticky thing, a sticky substance, right? Their pitcher got tossed from the game for using a sticky substance. I prayed every day and night and I was healed. Well, I don't need healing. I'm perfectly well. Oh, yeah, I forgot about you, Jeffrey. Sorry. All right, so that's going to end this live stream. I decided to schedule this thing at 8 o'clock with Jeffrey. And yeah, I'll wrap this up right now. So anyway, I scheduled it for 8 because I figured that's a good time to wrap this up anyway. And I'll talk to you all later. I may live stream later tonight, but probably I'll call it an evening with watching some things and going to bed after I talk to Jeff. So see y'all later, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. Thanks, Savage Kitty, for saying like and subscribe.